The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today I'm on the 275 Venezia by Doral. The team at Doral tell us that they've spent a lot of time on the layout and accommodations on this boat, so let's start in the cabin area here and see what they've done. The first thing you notice is a little bit different in the accommodations. There's this large settee area up here instead of a berth. It does convert into a berth, but this makes much more sense when you've got a couple on board because you've got the mid-cabin where you're going to be sleeping, leaving all of this open area for your dining. And here's an interesting feature that I discovered, this large round table. It's on an offset base to move it in all sorts of different directions to give you room to slide in and out. Not only do you have natural light coming in from 1, 2, 3, 4 port lights, you also have the hull side windows that stretch 3 feet 9 inches and a Bomar overhead hatch that also serves as an emergency egress. Notice the lights that serve as direct light, reading lights, or indirect lights. The overhead in the cabin measures 6 feet 1 inch, and notice the wood trim going right down the center of the overhead. Now here's an interesting feature that I came across, the Doral Owner's Manual. Now normally your owner's manuals just consist of this basic booklet that shows warnings and, don't smoke while fueling and how to dock the boat, things like that. Just very generic information. This one also has a technical appendix that gives you the layout of all the schematics, where all the components are in each of the boat's systems. Very interesting features in this. This is something you just don't see in a lot of boats. Over on the port side, the galley with an electrical stove. I'd like to see C-rails placed around this. The AC electrical panel, some storage areas, microwave oven, sink, refrigerator freezer down below. To the starboard side, wet head with a nice mirror, toilet, sink, storage, and a shower curtain that pulls across the doorway.
That's our look below decks. Now let's see how Doral is done with the cockpit layout.
Plenty of room on the swim platform, concealed boarding ladder, 4-step, thank you very much. Grab rails all around.
Coming into the cockpit, lift the handle, the door opens out. There's a stop here to keep the door from opening too far. I would like to see the door open in so it falls against that stop.
Doral designed the aft cockpit with U-shaped seating that'll fit 7 people.
The table lowers so the whole area turns into a sun pad. And notice how going all the way around the seat, lumbar support.
Something I like to see on every boat is a removable cooler. This one has its own space just below the sink. The engine compartment of the 275 Venezia is very roomy. I've got space all around the 496 Mag Merc Cruiser. It's 375 horse and also equipped with Secor for anti-corrosion. Forward of the engines, dual batteries are mounted nice and solidly. Fire suppression system on the forward bulkhead. And of course, easy access to all the daily engine checks. All the way over to the starboard side of the engine compartment is your waste tank. On the port side of the engine compartment, fresh water tank, and notice the sensors on the side. Doral outfitted the 275 Venezia with a double wide helm seat. It's always nice having a second set of eyes looking forward.
Notice how the lumbar support is even carried through here. It also makes a great conversation area because you have the lounger right over here on the port side.
Notice the hinges on the radar arch. It collapses forward to give you just a little bit more bridge clearance. Nice touch. Now here's something you don't see very often, powder-coated windshield frame. Now this reinforced windshield also makes a nice grab rail when you're coming up through the walk-through to get to the bow.
All the way up at the bow, a windlass with controls at the helm. That's our look at the features of the 275 Venezia by Doral. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.